Do you dare to face the harshest dark side of the venomous snake world? In an environment where all life sources are fiercely competed for, the survival instinct becomes the only law. And sometimes, the boundary between prey and conspecifics completely disappears. Let's explore the most brutal moments when venomous snakes hunt and cannibalize their own kind.
Follow the patch nose hole.
Let's get started now. King Cobra versus Snake. In nature, the title of king comes with absolute dominance. The king cobra has a scientific name meaning snake eater. To them, other reptiles are the source of life. But the rat snake does not give up at all. With a fierce survival instinct, the smaller snake exerts all its strength to resist, biting its jaws tightly right next to the mouth and head of the hunter. Because the main menu is other venomous snakes, the king cobra has evolved to protect itself with extremely strong venom resistance. It seems to not care what the prey does, just holding the bite tight with the goal of injecting as much venom into the prey's body as possible. The small snake still tries to coil and cling on to, hinder the swallowing process. However, the sheer difference in strength along with a non-venomous body leaves it with absolutely no way out. The resistance weakens, then ends. The tip of the tail slips into the predator's mouth, and that stomach has been filled. Under the forest canopy, a life and death clash is taking place. A giant king cobra corners a small rat snake. Despite the size disadvantage, the survival instinct forces it to face the threat. But with the opponent's overwhelmingly large size, it truly feels outmatched. The snake was about to leave, but it seems this hunter wants to make contact. Instead of turning its back to run away, the small snake is forced to use its life to gamble. This structure acts like a tightly compressed spring, helping the snake recoil to keep a safe distance, while accumulating kinetic energy to launch lightning-fast counterstrikes. The hunter's eyes are too greedy for bloodshed. However, the bite misses the target. The lucky prey has escaped. Black mamba versus mouse. In nature, not every encounter begins with stalking. This mouse is recklessly loitering around the black mamba. Instead of attacking, the snake hardly pays attention to the disturber. It is waiting for something else. But this persistence is unacceptable. The first warning bite has been launched. However, the mouse ignores the deterrent signal, casually climbing down and wandering around at a dangerous distance. When the limit of tolerance is exhausted, the self-defense instinct is immediately activated. Even though the black mamba did not intend to hunt initially, the mouse itself has harmed itself. Small animals sometimes make fatal mistakes due to misjudging the stillness of the opponent. King cobra versus rat snake. The life and death encounter takes place in a flash on the dry ground. The king cobra coldly delivers a fatal bite to the opponent's body. In one bite, it can pump from 400 to 700 milligrams of venom, more than 20 times that of other venomous snakes. The brain still issues commands, but the muscles do not receive them. The victim will suffer from drooping eyelids, facial muscle paralysis, and most importantly, paralysis of the diaphragm, the muscle that helps the lungs breathe. And the rest after the bite is only processing the meal. The king cobra is a master of calculation. It is forced to swallow from the head to follow the direction of the prey's skin scales, avoiding the scales erecting like hooks, causing injury to the snake's throat. Despite the desperate thrashing, the prey is quickly subdued. The end of this life is an essential energy source, maintaining absolute dominant status for another. Grass snake versus frog. On the gravel bank, a green frog is basking. The perfect camouflage skin helps it blend into the environment, but cannot hide from the predator's eyes. However, frogs are not easy to bully either. Frogs have specialized neurons in their eyes that help detect fast movement. From the moment the eye sees the snake until the brain issues the command to jump takes only about 30 to 50 milliseconds. Although non-venomous, this water snake is an excellent swimmer and very persistent. It slithers over the rocks, closely following the frogs. These agile little guys have turned the hunt into a breathless chase where mistakes are measured in milliseconds. With a pounce tearing the water surface, the snake captures the target. The chase closes, and persistence has been well rewarded. King snake versus rattlesnake. Venom is usually the ultimate weapon in nature, but there are creatures born to break that rule. The king snake. A silent assassin is tracking a rattlesnake with extremely dangerous venom glands. Continuously flicking its tongue to collect chemical signals, the king snake accurately pinpoints the prey's location. The prey is hiding under the rock. With a lightning-fast bite, the king snake locks the opponent tight. The rattlesnake struggles fiercely but hopelessly. The king snake uses extremely strong jaw muscles, quickly cutting off the victim's airflow and attack route. Astoundingly, this species possesses a special enzyme in its blood, helping them be completely immune to the deadly venom of the rattlesnake. For animals, surviving is the only goal of life, and nature has no existence of mercy. Banded krait versus water snake. Did you know the banded krait is a nightmare for its own kind? Possessing deadly neurotoxic venom, they only consider other snake species as a hearty meal. For cold-blooded animals like water snakes, the neurotoxin of the banded krait works much faster than on humans. The banded krait, with an overwhelming physique, calmly advances to the shore. The water snake, after being bitten, has no signs of life left. Touching the muddy ground, the battle ends. The cold hunter swallows the prize, a testament to the cruel survival law of nature. Jararaca snake versus lizard. When skin color and environment match, making the art of camouflage reach perfection. These tiny creatures will suffer bites without even realizing who harmed them. The Jararaca snake, a species possessing venom that destroys tissues and the circulatory system extremely quickly. It does not waste effort chasing, but only needs to wait for a predetermined outcome. As soon as it enters the lizard's body, the venom begins to destroy blood vessels and disintegrate tissues. The lizard will go into shock, bleed internally, and have its circulatory system paralyzed. And the hunter has returned. It slithers leisurely, as if knowing for sure how far the prey could run. With a keen, sniffing tongue, the Jararaca only has to leisurely follow the scent trail of the dying prey and swallow it when it is completely motionless. This is not just a ruthless execution, but a cold cycle that is mandatory to maintain the eternal balance of the wild world. King snake versus patch-nosed snake. Did you know in nature, there are those born to dominate their own kind? Right upon approaching, the king snake delivers a fatal bite close to the head of the patch-nosed snake, immediately activating the constriction instinct. This technique creates massive pressure, cutting off the blood flow to the brain, causing the victim to paralyze quickly.
As it rolled and tightened its head, leaves the patch nose with no hope of escape.
Despite its not so large size, the king snake is one of the species with the strongest constriction force in the world if calculated by body proportion.
To swallow the patch nose whole.
While pythons usually constrict to make the victim's heart stop, the king snake constricts with extreme pressure to completely stagnate the blood flow and break the opponent's internal structure. With a seasoned hunter, attacking the head area is the key to control. The final twisting convulsions are merely remnants of unconscious neural reflexes. Possessing elite venom-resistant blood, along with a constriction force far exceeding its body size, the king snake turns the most terrifying assassins into daily meals, affirming its position at the top of the food chain in the reptile world. What you have just watched shows that in nature, survival always comes with harsh choices. For venomous snakes, venom and adaptability are not only advantages, but also conditions to maintain existence through generations. That is a cold but undeniable law of the wild ecosystem. If you find this content impressive, please hit like. Leave a comment sharing your thoughts and subscribe to the channel to continue exploring many other dramatic survival stories. Thank you for watching until the end. See you again in the next journey of the natural world.